Damn, I really need to update this poster wall. Hey guys, summer movie reviews are back. It's time to kick off the season with The Amazing Spider-Man 2, the first summer movie. Now, of course, I gotta talk about what I thought of the first Amazing Spider-Man. I have to admit, I'm one of those people who thought that rebooting the Spider-Man franchise was a stupid idea, especially since I was one of those people who grew up with the Sam Raimi movies and have very fond memories of them. So I held off on seeing The Amazing Spider-Man for a very long time. And when I finally did see it, even though it wasn't a bad movie at all, it did a lot of things right, I just didn't think it held a candle to the other Sam Raimi movies, and I just didn't think it was the best Spider-Man movie ever. But I was still excited to see The Amazing Spider-Man 2, because sequels are an opportunity to take the first movie and do everything, learn from your mistakes, make it bigger and better. And I have to say, this movie definitely did that. I enjoyed this movie a lot more than I thought I was going to, especially after the first movie. I thought it was just a really fun, cool summer action movie with some interesting twists and some interesting villains and character stuff. And, I don't know, I just liked it. But I also have to admit that, like a lot of people, I was worried about the fact that it was going to be Spider-Man 3 syndrome, that they had three main villains. Well, let me quench those fears right now. Rhino's only in this movie for the beginning and the end, so it's really just two villains. It's just Electro and the Green Goblin. I don't think I'm giving anything away here. And Electro with Jamie Foxx, while I think this character could have been written better, although I had some really weird scenes with him before he became Electro, I think at the end of the day he looked cool. He was a good update from how he looked in the comics, which was just really ridiculous. He had cool powers. He did some really cool stuff with him and his powers in the action scenes. And at the end of the day, I think he was a decent adversary for Spider-Man. They had some really creative stuff with him. And then we got Dane DeHaan as Green Goblin. I'm just gonna say this right now. He was awesome. He owned this movie. He has scenes in this movie with Oscar-winning actors like Jamie Foxx and Chris Cooper. And when you're watching those scenes, you're not even looking at the Oscar winners. You're just looking at Dane DeHaan because he's owning it. He was just so amazing. No pun intended. And, that is a really big thing for an actor this new and this young to do. And if this movie doesn't catapult him to superstardom, I don't know what will, because he was amazing in this movie. I would watch a whole movie about this guy. And yes, I know there's Chronicle, but I don't like it all that much. And it has some cool action scenes. There has some really cool, slow motion, Matrix-style camera moves, like the Frozen action scenes. And I wasn't really digging the slow motion in the first movie, but they really put to good use here, which I thought was really good. And the Peter Parker-Gwen Stacy relationship was really good, really developed, and the chemistry between the two was great, and their dialogue was really natural, and they did some really cool stuff with them. Don't really know what else to say. That's pretty much it for this movie. I just thought it was a cool, fun summer movie. It really got me interested in this new Spider-Man universe. It has some great action scenes, great villains. I think it has some problems. I think in the long run it's forgivable, and I think it's just a fun summer action movie, and I think it's definitely worth their time. I give it an 8 out of 10, which I think is pretty generous. Puts it right up there with the last Spider-Man 2 we got. Which I still think the last Spider-Man 2 is technically a better movie, but I think this one, on face entertainment value, I thought it's good bang for your buck. So that's all I got for the first summer movie review, and I'll be back with plenty more. Frenzy227 out.